You know what sucks? I didn't get to go to E3 this year. You know why? Because I live in Canada, and E3 never comes to Canada. Plus, I'm also in high school still, so that doesn't help at all. Although I didn't get to go to E3, there were a bunch of games that were introduced that look absolutely fun and fascinating. And I really want to get them. And they really got me hyped for this year of gaming. So I created a list of the 5 games that got me the most hyped for video games this year. I want to talk about a few rules before we get to this list though. One, I'm not excluding myself to Nintendo only because, I don't know, you might see some games I've already talked about. Plus, I want to add variety to this list. Second of all, I'm not going to add any games I've talked about in my top 5 most anticipated Nintendo games of 2014 because Smash Bros. Will be number 1 and you'd probably already see some games I already talked about and why I was excited for them. Plus, I didn't get to play any of those games, so I can't add to any more reasons why I was excited for them. And thirdly, I'm only going to base this on the gameplay footage that was shown and the trailers themselves. Whether the trailers were entertaining, whether the gameplay just looked cool, or any factors of games really. This list is composed of Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, Indie, or what else was shown there. And by the way, this is just my list. This is just completely opinion based. This isn't based on popular demand or anything. This is just based on what I was excited for and why I was excited for it. So if you don't agree with my list, stay calm. There's just a gamer who doesn't like the same things you like. Okay? Without further ado, let's get to the list. And yes, this is one of the first live action ones I've actually done. I'm seeing if you guys like it. Like the video if you like this type of video. And maybe I'll just do more of this. Because you like me. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's keep going with this.
While I go Reggie on these fools, here's what's new.
Okay, I'm gonna get this right off my chest that I'm not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I really am not. I just thought it was a franchise that just didn't really look like it was changing that much. And Ubisoft has been milking this franchise so well that it spawned sequel after sequel after sequel and sequel. So what makes this sequel completely different than the rest? To me, honestly, it's the time period it takes place. This takes place during the French Revolution, and the only reason I'm excited for this is because I studied the French Revolution in high school. And I'm on summer break now, and seeing this brings back some memories I had back when I was studying the French Revolution. So that actually interests me in how they're going to take all the stuff from the French Revolution and add this in. So yeah, high school got me excited for a video game. That is something I never thought would be possible ever. Oh well. I want to see all this cool stuff that I read about in the French Revolution. I want to see the storming of the Bastille. I want to see... Well, actually, I'm probably not going to start spoiling any key moments. Don't want to do that. But the point is, I want to see all this happen, and this looks like it's the game that can do it.
While I go Reggie on these fools, here's what's new.
Is it kind of weird that I haven't played that many Legend of Zelda games? It's not that I don't like the franchise, on contrary, I like the franchise. It's just that I haven't really played any games or actually beaten any of them. So, yeah. I'm trying to, at least. And I wouldn't mind actually starting with this Legend of Zelda, because it looks great, and it seems like it'd be in the same style of Skyward Sword, and that's kind of like the one I wanted to start with in the first place. So, yeah. Not really much, that this game doesn't really have a full name, and I'm not sure what the name is, but all in all, I just have to say it looks great, and I'm pretty sure it'd be fun to play. That's pretty much it.
While I go Reggie on these fools, here's what's new.
Is it weird that most of the games on this list are from franchises I've never played, but yet they're so popular? Well, Mortal Kombat is a game I couldn't play at my age. Well, for so many obvious reasons about this game. Well, enough about my childhood and how I didn't get to play a Mortal Kombat game. All I know is that I'm older now and that I'm a man, and that I really want to play a Mortal Kombat game. Plus, I know that this game will
Make a man out of you.
Plus, probably the main reason I want to play this game is just so I can pull off a brutal fatality. That's just it.
While I go Reggie on these fools, here's what's new.
Okay, for number 2, I'm going to put 2 games on this entry because both these games are so similar that I just can't put one over the other. They're both a different take on the regular shooter, and they're just really colorful. And if you've seen the E3 trailers, I think you know what games I'm talking about. And with that, here they are.
Cover mechanic, right?
Now do you see where I'm coming from? I just can't choose between both these games. Which one do I like more? Splatoon or Sunset Overdrive. Both these games look incredibly fun, and they're just so different from the regular shooter that they just look that way, and they're both extremely colorful. I'll probably talk about both games anyway. So let's start with Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive decides to take the regular shooter and flip it on its head and then bash it to death and say, hey, this is what we do, allowing you to grind on rails and use that crowbar to swing and have tons of explosions and basically do the impossible. And that looks incredibly fun, and I don't know why, but I don't know why, I just love its plot. It's just so stupid that it works. It's just amazing. I might just have to get an Xbox One or win the Mountain Dew contest. As for Splatoon, it has this cool ink power thing where instead of killing every your opponents, which you could still do, instead you have to cover the majority of the map. And that's pretty cool because FPS is usually count for killing your opponent. Here, all you do is cover the map with your color. Just be glad there's no white color because I can hear a lot of jokes coming. But it looks incredibly fun. I mean, you get all these cool new guns and grenades to kill your opponents. Plus, I'm just saying that the idea of coloring most of the field, but it looks enjoyably fun. Using your cool squid powers looks fun. Everything about the game just looks fun. And can I say that the idea of using a firework gun is really awesome? I mean, firework gun. Why has no one came up with this idea yet? Seriously! And can I also say it's nice to have a nice refreshing new idea for shooters instead of just the same thing over again? I mean, seriously, shooters are getting so repetitive, but now we come up with another unique and creative idea. Can you wait for the anticipation? What do you think, stereotypical punk guy?
Of course, yeah. It's a video game.
Wow, that one phrase just summed up these games right here. Stereotypical punk guy was right.
Oh, great! Another Mario game! Don't love your tone, but actually no new Mario game today.
What? I'm getting bombed? Bring my cart around! I'm out of here!
Those who have been on my channel should already know what number 1 is, because I have talked about this game a lot. Seriously, a lot. And if you didn't know what game I'm talking about, then surprise!
have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad thing.
Like I said before, I talked a lot about Sonic Boom, so much that you should just see my other videos, just so you understand why I'm excited for it. But I'll do a brief description of what I think of it now. Right now, I still think there are some moments that are fast-paced, even though the criticism to everyone else. I mean, everyone says it looks more like a PS1 game, but I say give it some time. It's still in beta version. It'll look better. And I like the idea of using that cool electric whip thing. But the main thing is that it's a Sonic game, and you know I love Sonic. So, the fact that it's a Sonic game pretty much guarantees it's going to be a #1 spot. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I like Sonic, so #1 is Sonic Boom. Hey everyone, did you agree with my list? If so, hit the like button. And how about this for a change? Hit the yellow bluish panel in order just to rewatch this video. And if you want to see any other videos, click one of your favorite Sonic characters. If you want to go to my main channel, hit the smiley face. The really weird deformed smiley face. By the way, hit the subscribe button and the like button just because you like me.
All the steps we take, all the moves we make.